Hello, my name is Geraldine Barry, and I'm president and founder of the San Jose Real Estate Investors Association. We educate and connect investors, and I'm pleased to be in the studio today with Lori Greymont. So welcome, Lori.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your background first so that we can set the stage here.
Sure. So when I was growing up, my family would buy fix and flippers, and we would move into them. We'd be ripping out sheetrock and laying carpet, and so I spent my childhood years rehabbing homes, and after college decided that I really enjoyed real estate, and so I went into purchasing residential, moved over to commercial, and my last venture was development before we started Summit Solutions.
Okay, and you started Summit Solutions 2 years ago.
Yes.
And what was the genesis for that?
Well, 2 years ago, what I saw was happening is the banks weren't lending anymore. In August of 2008, all the lending dried up, and I saw that they were going to have this large amount of foreclosures. And it dawned on me that they were going to have to figure out some way to sell the foreclosures. And so I started researching how they were going to sell them, and found that they would sell them out in packages, bulk packages.
So tell us about your first package. You obviously bought a package.
So we did. I thought that what we'd do is we'd test out what it was like buying a package, and so we bought a package, and there were 12 homes. They were in the Midwest to Southeast, and we hung up signs on them. We had people call us and want to buy them, and we financed them, so we became the bank for them.
So essentially you bought lower price point homes, put a 1-800 number on them, and made it affordable for people to purchase these homes.
Geraldine, you're gonna laugh when you hear the price. For under $100,000, we got the 12 homes.
12 houses.
Yes, and these were not all bad. I mean, yes, we did have some that looked kind of bad, but there were some that were move-in ready.
Really? And so what did you do? So you got your package.
Yes. So we got the package. We had our ground crew go
Yes.
hang up the signs.
Yes.
Because we're going to sell these to the people who live in the neighborhoods. That's who's going to buy these. And they put a sign up, maybe $500 down, $350 a month. And the people that live in the neighborhood are paying $800, $900 for rent. So of course they're going to call on the sign. And we answer the calls here, and we would sell over the phone. And we would enter into a relationship where we become the bank for them. So there's no maintenance. We didn't have to fix up the property. That was for them to do.
They move in, and they're getting in at a discounted
Exactly.
rate, but they're responsible for any maintenance. Any improvements that they make.
It's theirs. They
It's
own
their
it.
benefit.
It's just like we were the bank. That's all our function is to collect the money and have them pay off the loan that they created with us. So there's no management. It's a very easy model to handle.
And so you bought 12 properties
Yes.
for $100,000.
Yes.
And so share with us the numbers. How did that work out?
The numbers, we ended up getting over 100% return on our money. And what happens is 8 of those properties sold for land contracts, usually in the range of $35,000 to $50,000 is what the loan was that we created. We sold 2 of them for cash, and then 2 of them we actually just lost money. We had to sell them for $1,000 a piece.
So when you say you sold on a land contract,
Yes.
is that a purchase contract? Just explain that.
A land contract is where we still own the property, but the person living there will make monthly payments, and when they finally make the last monthly payment, they'll get the deed or the title to the property. So they'll own the property at that point in time.
So it's a great opportunity for people in some of these lower income price points where you can't get a loan for $30,000 from the bank for a house usually, but it's a great way for them to have you owner finance and get into a home and home ownership.
Exactly. There's multiple reasons you wouldn't get a loan. One, loans under $60,000, banks don't want to make it. There's no money in it for them to make those type of loans. The people that live in these neighborhoods typically are lower to middle class, working class people, and right now you need perfect credit to get a loan. And so it wasn't an opportunity for them to own in these neighborhoods, but yet now we're providing that. So we're rebuilding America one household at a time.
Wow, that's very interesting. Now, does an investor or somebody who invests in this business model, do they need a real estate license to do this?
This is the great thing. Anybody can be an investor in this business. You don't need a license. You're purchasing them and you're offering out the finance on this, so you don't need a license.
So what does somebody need to do this business effectively?
They need courage and education.
Courage?
Yes,
jump in.
Courage to act. This is a
Yeah.
once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and if we miss this opportunity, I don't see it coming back again shortly. So you need to be able to act quickly, but you don't want to jump into this business uneducated. There's a gentleman that's been in this business for many years. His name is Odell Barnes, and as he said, this is like grabbing a rattlesnake. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get bit in the arm. But if you're taught how to grab it, you're going to make a lot of money. And so we just really want to make sure that people are educated and they don't go buy a package from somebody and not know how to implement it.
Right. So it's an opportunity, but it's a business and it has to be treated as such.
Absolutely. This is not just an investment. This is a business. You will set it up and run it like a business. And that's one of the things that we do is we train the people who buy from us how to run this as a business.
And I would say that you need to collaborate with people who have done it to learn the model and how to effectively navigate the different situations that arise.
Absolutely. And so we have a great community of people who have purchased lists and are implementing them themselves with our help. And then there's the other part of it. There's people that come to us that actually bought from other list brokers. And they've had their lists for months and they haven't sold anything. And actually they come for help, but it's too late because the best time to sell is when you first get it signed. And if they aren't ready and they aren't trained, they don't know that. And so then they're left with these homes that are accumulating more fines from the cities for lawns that aren't being mowed. They're accumulating the tax bills and maybe other condemnation notices or things that they wouldn't even know are accumulating because they haven't been educated properly.
Can you share some numbers with us on a package that you have done, Lori?
Well, I can share some individual homes that we've done.
Yes.
So we have this one home in Rome, Georgia, and we bought it for $8,575.
Right.
We bought that in July of '09. And we hung up a sign. The sign said $500 down, $350 a month.
Yes.
And when we do that, we do it for 15 years at 9% interest. We sold that home within a few weeks for a total loan amount of $37,400. So the person making the payments, they'll pay us for $350 a month for 15 years. Over that period of time, we're going to get almost $80,000
from that loan.
From that loan on $8,500 that we bought it for.
That's a great return in your investment. So this sounds like it would be a great opportunity for people who have money in retirement accounts that's not maybe doing as well in the stock market now?
This is a great opportunity for anything that's not performing at such a great return of 9% on your money. Now, you do have to run it like a business. It's not, buy the house and forget about it and it's going to grow. So you would have to be able to set up and run it like a business.
And put the effort and energy in.
Put the effort and energy
takes.
or hire the employees to put the effort and energy in.
So what makes people successful at this business?
I think the thing that makes people successful is the ability to see it as a business and to act and to have the courage to pick up the phone, make phone calls, to work with other people who are in it and seeing it as a collaborative effort, and always wanting to be educated, wanting to learn what the next step is.
Because there's a lot of different things. You're collecting money, there's systems that you need to put in place, and if you don't set it up right, there's a danger that you could lose a lot of money too.
Exactly, and you don't want to be setting it up after you've bought your package, and that's one of the key things that we teach is that you want to have your system set up before you buy the package, because the minute that sign gets hung, you've got 2 to 4 weeks to sell that home to somebody in the neighborhood. If you don't get it sold in that 2 to 4 weeks, now you have to put effort in to sell that home.
So it sounds like you need to hit the ground running with your business. So it's important to have all these steps established for the business model and in place prior to actually liquidating and selling the inventory.
Absolutely. But this is, another great opportunity for people maybe who are in between jobs or looking for a new business or a new venture to go into. And again, it's once in a lifetime.
And tell us, do you know some numbers of a whole package that you had done and some of the kind of the returns that people had gotten on those?
Well, I can only speak to what we've seen, and our lowest performing package is 84% return. So and what happens is you need to turn the properties quickly. So this is It's on the velocity of money, being
Yes.
able to do multiple packages in 1 year. And so we're getting, you know, like I said, our lowest was 84% return on our package.
So as somebody who educates people on how to actually liquidate the packages and do the business, and also you provide packages,
That's
you
correct.
have the whole model, and your goal is to have people do multiple packages with you.
I think there's nothing better than setting up cash flow for the future. So if you can accumulate 100 homes, why not? And so we show you how you can do your first package. We help you hit the ground running, and then you can move forward to accumulate more properties. And so when our economy is recovered,
Yes.
you're holding all that cash flow.
Speaking of which, this is a model that will not be around for a long time, because eventually these properties will dry up.
The volume of properties that we are seeing right now will not be around. The way that the banks sell it, they've been doing it this way for over 30 years, but you're not going to see the volume, and the access to the properties is going to dry up.
Really. So it's important to take advantage. It's
Yes.
like a niche, and
It
that's
is.
what I admire about you, your entrepreneurial spirit. You saw a niche and you established a company, and you have a couple of partners.
I do.
And you guys are really ramping up, and you've kind of conquering the market here
Yes.
with that.
Yes, and we have plenty of properties available for other people. If they're looking to buy any of the packages, we can help them buy packages, educate. And using forums such as SJREI, we're able to do a lot more with the education, because I think that's really the key in this particular market.
Thank you, Lori. So appreciate you coming into the studio today. And check out our website at sjrei.net or call our office at 408-264-3198.